I always liked science, and I liked learning things, and I liked being outdoors. I think in particular at Murdoch, we're really lucky that we had the opportunity to do everything from start to finish. And in particular, I volunteered with honours and research project at Murdoch Uni on the Worley decline with some research in the parasitology department. And I really like that. I like the combination of being out in the field, doing some stuff in the lab, doing some analysis, and the variety that I guess parasitology and some wildlife ecology research gave me. My project initially with the internship was discovering, trying to figure out what patterns of the potential pathogens were in these ticks. So the samples that I looked at were a combination of samples from a variety of projects, and I had to somehow decipher what was going on in all of those samples and then what patterns were happening. So we do this thing called a blast search, which is comparing your sequence against everything else that has been submitted to the internet. And that sounds like a big job, because it is. We can do it one sequence at a time, might take a couple of minutes. So you can imagine doing upwards of 100 million sequences will take way too long, where Magnus does it quicker than I can code the next line to do the next analysis. Only doing it through Pawsey were we able to make it a project. If we didn't do it through Pawsey, it wouldn't have gotten done. So I started the internship at Pawsey on the back of an honours project. Pawsey helped by first getting me up to date on coding, coming from a biological science background. And then from that was interfacing with Nimbus and on Magnus to identify what some potential pathogens were in those ticks and identify what factors were influencing the presence of them. I think particularly people that are unsure what direction they want their research or they want their career to go in, just taking every single opportunity that you can. In my internship, I liked how it was a lot of different things. So we did not just supercomputing, but we did some cloud computing, we did some Python analysis. I like the variety of it, and even though I wouldn't necessarily use all of those things, it just means that you have that little tool in your toolkit is all you need to get by, really.